What role does routine play in your mental wellness? Chapter 1 Understanding Emotional Suppression. What is emotional suppression? Emotional suppression refers to the process of consciously or unconsciously holding back emotions in response to certain situations. This suppression is often done in an effort to avoid discomfort, judgment, or social stigma. For many men, the tendency to suppress emotions is ingrained into their everyday lives as society often discourages emotional expression, especially when those emotions are perceived as weak or vulnerable. While this tendency may be considered a survival mechanism in the short term, over time, emotional suppression can have profound negative effects on both mental and physical health. The pressure to keep it together and avoid displaying emotions can result in a range of emotional, psychological, and relational issues. The socialization of men, a life of emotional restraint. From a young age, boys are socialized to believe that certain emotions like sadness, fear, or vulnerability are not traits that align with the societal image of masculinity. Phrases like "man up," "boys don't cry," or "be tough" are repeated so often that they become ingrained in a boy's mindset. This conditioning teaches them that emotional expression is a weakness and that strong, real men are those who maintain composure and control in the face of adversity. This conditioning doesn't just stop in childhood, it extends into adulthood, where many men continue to suppress their feelings for fear of being seen as less masculine. The emphasis on Stoicism, remaining emotionally composed in all situations, can be damaging, as it tells men that expressing feelings is not only unnecessary but unacceptable. Over time, this societal pressure can build an emotional wall where men feel disconnected from their emotions, unable to process or understand them fully. Men who have been raised in environments that value emotional restraint often find it difficult to express their needs or seek help when struggling with mental health challenges. They may feel that vulnerability is synonymous with weakness, leading to a deep sense of isolation or inadequacy when they do experience emotions they cannot control. The psychological impact of emotional suppression. Suppressing emotions may seem like a reasonable strategy in the moment, especially when facing social or professional pressure, but in the long term, it can have serious consequences. While emotional regulation is necessary for mental balance, the act of continually suppressing emotions can lead to a host of psychological problems. Increased stress and anxiety. When emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration are consistently suppressed, they don't simply disappear, they remain buried beneath the surface, ready to erupt at the most inopportune times. The constant effort of holding these feelings in can contribute to chronic stress, which is known to have a variety of negative effects on both mental and physical health. Over time, this stress can escalate into anxiety, a constant feeling of unease or nervousness. Depression and emotional numbness. One of the most common results of emotional suppression is depression. Men who struggle with expressing their feelings may feel emotionally distant from others and disconnected from their own inner selves. This disconnection can lead to feelings of emptiness, hopelessness, or apathy. Depression in men often manifests not in sadness but in irritability, anger, or fatigue, making it difficult to recognize for both the individual and those around them. Difficulty in building authentic relationships. Emotional suppression doesn't just affect the individual, it also affects relationships. Men who are unable or unwilling to share their emotions with others may struggle to form deep, meaningful connections. Whether in friendships or romantic relationships, the inability to communicate feelings creates a barrier to intimacy. When men don't express their vulnerabilities or needs, they are often misunderstood or feel isolated, which only deepens their emotional distress. Disconnection from self. Over time, emotional suppression can lead to a profound disconnection from one's own sense of identity. When men are constantly hiding their true feelings, they may start to feel like they are living a double life, one on the outside and another on the inside. This dissonance can erode self-esteem and contribute to feelings of inadequacy or confusion about one's true desires and needs. Why do men suppress their emotions? Men are not born emotionally suppressed. It is a learned behavior shaped by societal expectations, family dynamics, and cultural influences. The journey of emotional suppression begins early, but the consequences continue well into adulthood. Cultural and societal expectations. In many cultures, especially those that value traditional masculinity, men are expected to be strong, stoic, and unflappable in all situations. The constant reinforcement of these ideals can make it difficult for men to feel that they have the permission to show vulnerability. Fear of judgment or rejection. Men who fear being judged or rejected by others may hold back their emotions to avoid appearing weak. This fear is amplified in professional settings where showing any form of emotional vulnerability might be perceived as a sign of incompetence or instability. Family dynamics. A boy's upbringing plays a crucial role in shaping how he deals with emotions. If a boy grows up in a family where emotions are not discussed or where expressing feelings is discouraged, he learns to internalize his emotions rather than share them. Perceived control. Many men view emotional suppression as a way to maintain control in difficult situations. They believe that if they can control their emotions, they can prevent themselves from being overwhelmed. However, while this may work in the short term, it can lead to emotional buildup and breakdowns in the long run. The long-term effects of emotional suppression. The long-term impact of emotional suppression is often overlooked, but it can have profound consequences for a man's mental health. The inability to express emotions in a healthy way does not simply go away, it accumulates and affects various aspects of life. Relationship strain. Suppressed emotions can cause tension in relationships. Partners, family members, and friends may feel shut out, not understanding why a man is emotionally distant. This can lead to frustration, resentment, and ultimately emotional disconnection in relationships. Increased risk of substance abuse. Men who suppress their emotions may turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as alcohol or drugs to numb the pain. This can further exacerbate mental health issues and create a cycle of unhealthy behavior. Physical health problems. The constant pressure of emotional suppression takes a toll on the body. Chronic stress caused by the inability to release pent-up emotions can lead to a variety of physical health issues, including high blood pressure, heart disease, and sleep disorders. Inability to process grief or loss. Emotional suppression can hinder the ability to properly grieve. Men who avoid expressing grief may struggle with unresolved emotions related to loss, which can impact their ability to heal and move forward. Breaking the cycle of emotional suppression. The first step in overcoming emotional suppression is acknowledging that emotions are natural and necessary. While societal pressures may encourage men to suppress their feelings, true emotional health comes from being able to express emotions in healthy, productive ways. By recognizing the negative impact of emotional suppression, men can begin to learn healthier methods of emotional expression. This could include talking to a trusted friend, seeking professional help, or simply allowing oneself the space to experience and process emotions without judgment. Emotional expression is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. By embracing vulnerability, men can connect more deeply with themselves and others, creating richer, more fulfilling relationships and improving their overall mental health. In the following chapters, we will explore how philosophies like Stoicism can play a role in managing emotions, both helping and, in some cases, hindering men's emotional health. By understanding how to strike the right balance, men can begin to live more emotionally connected lives.